Lusamine? Random choice, but cool.
It just sort of happened in the past few days.
Hey, I'm not judging. Lusamine is a good waifu.
Thing is, SM or Usam?
Only played SM. Not that it matters to me, I only meant visually. Personality-wise, there's a bit to be desired.
Basically Lusamine went to go fight in Krosna for the sake of the people. Still loved Ultra Beasts though.
Ah.
It's Lusamine but not crazy.
Meanwhile, SM just wanted to get possessed by a rock jellyfish.
You're not wrong, Mao.
Like, why did she want that again?
I forgot. I think it was basically to keep away from her children, so she went to Ultra Beasts instead.
Ah yes, what a stable person.
I'm going off of memory here, but that was the SM version.
All I remember was that she was a nutcase.
In Usam I remember she still fought the MC to prove herself and test her strength before she went to chase Krosma. Wanna guess what happened soon after?
So, your great plan to prove yourself was to beat up a 10-year-old?
Don't question it, lol.
Still sounds not all there.
Wormhole spits her out once we get to the altar and Krosma absorbs the mascot legendary. AK she lost.
Figures.
It's a long story, but Usam gave the more.
The more being she wanted to fight something that could devour the sun to gain ultimate power.
I remember something. She froze Pokemon. That was a thing. In a kid's game.
Which relates to her relationship with her kids. How again? I mean, Getsai's just tried to flat out murder you, as well as groom his adopted child.
Yep. Wanted to test her strength and silence her kids' worries for leaving through the gate.
And beating a 10-year-old accomplishes this. How?
It's half and half. Half good, half malicious. Geez, Lusamine. It's a vacationer.
It's not like you're the champion yet. If she wanted to prove her strength, she should have waited till you were champion. Would have only taken you 4 hours max.
Classic case of doing the wrong thing for the right reason. I believe by this point, we had 3 grand trial done. Not your average trainer.
Yeah, but you'd still lose to ace trainer Jerry over near Victory Road. And why do you have to disown your kids to save the world from Prisma Satan?
To keep them from interfering, I guess.
From your actions in a different dimension?
I mean, Gladion did have Arcus Beta over here. He had the capability to interfere.
Not to mention, that turned out to be as effective as giving them a timeout, which you can do without mentally damaging your kids. Just put them in the bad boy corner for the hour or some shit.
Gladion literally left home. He's edgy boy. Lily too.
Then they were already out of the way. Or they would have been if not for protagonist man/woman.
I mean, Lily was practically glued at the hip to us. She took action because of us.
Yeah, but again, at that point what does disowning her do? I disown you. I will proceed to do the exact thing you disowned me for doing because it is literally completely unrelated to anything going on with you.
Pokemon is weird, man.
Like, when you think about it, Lusamine is completely delusional.
You're not wrong.
No matter what version you look at.
Funnily enough, her father is in the game. Remember the guy who disappeared?
Nope.
Lily's father, I mean.
I also barely remember SM.
Basically, going off of memory here. An ultra space wormhole sucked Lily's father/Lusamine's husband away to who knows where. Hence began the mental breakdown.
Depression is a hell of a drug.
In Usam he's living on an island near Alola, meaning he just went like 100 miles away. He actually meets Lusamine and Gladion in a cutscene, but surprise, amnesia. So instead of revealing to him the truth, she leaves him be with some bitter feelings to herself. I swear there was a specific reason.
Huh.
Basically to preserve his own happiness.
That's sweet. She's still clearly delusional.
Yeah. And then there's the anime. I remember it too.
What happened there?
Take the Lusamine you know, and have her become an overbearing mother. In a good and annoyingly sweet way. And there you go.
Congratulations, that makes literally no sense.
Anime changes things. They literally did a 180 with her character, but it still followed the SM storyline.
But doesn't that make everything not work?
She still got captured but did it willingly to protect Lily from getting captured instead. Because the Ultra Beast came to them instead.
But wasn't the entire thing that she was obsessed with the UBs?
She is, but not to an extreme level to where she abandoned her children. It's like we see it for a few seconds at a time. Also, she literally babies her children. It's amazing.
So, she goes from psychopath to delusional to completely overbearing.
Yes.
Wow! She has 3 different personalities and none of them are good. You have to try for that hat trick. Especially while trying to endear her to people.
The anime is the only tolerable one because she isn't actively doing bad things. Usum is okay. SM is actual abuse.
Yeah, she just boomeranged so hard in the other direction that she made Lola look like fucking Australia.
It's crazy, man.
I believe you.
But it's different. In a good way.
If you say so.
I can recommend to you the SM side of the series. It has its moments.
Maybe for Lusamine. From what little I remember of the actual game, it was boring.
It was okayish.
It wasn't XY bad, but it was. Just kinda there.
It exists. Had good lore though and good legendaries. Also you missed the best part of the Usum games. Ultra Space.
God, I miss B2W2.
Imagine flying in a wormhole with the mascot legendary to go to other dimensions and catch other legendaries.
Sounds pretty cool.
With the shiny odds on normal Pokemon being like a 50-50 if you go deep enough.
That just sounds really convenient.
Shiny odds were that high in Ultra Space.
Wow.
And they brought back old music. From when you fought the legendaries. When we hear the Wild Battle theme from Emerald, you got it.
That's always nice to hear.
When we hear the Mewtwo theme from Kalos, probably not, but it's there.
Okay.
And I just realized we spent the last hour talking about Lusamine.
Yup.
We can still agree though, she be hot regardless.
That is very true.